Hi everyone, welcome back to Tight Ship Mama. My name is Gina and I'm a declutter coach. If you're new here, welcome. We are in the middle of a summer of success where I am making 100 videos featuring 100 very small areas of your home for you to declutter. And I'm just gonna walk you through every single day. We've just finished up paper. So now we're gonna go into maintenance. How do you maintain this home that is now becoming clutter-free and you're getting the paper under control? So even if you were an absolute minimalist, there is always something to maintain. There's always laundry to do, there's always meals to prepare, and there will always be bills and activities and things that need to get done and things on your home that need to get done. So really, it's just a matter of focusing on your why. And if you haven't thought about your why, I really would like you to do that today. And if you haven't had your dream big conversation with your spouse, I would love for you to do that as well. And the reason I want you to do that is because that's your overriding purpose of your life. So for me, one of the main things we did was build my husband's business. So as a new mother and we were not well off, I had to always decide, do I want to do something with the moms group that's going to cost some money? Or am I going to focus on building my husband's business because, he's every client that he wants to take out or something like that was money from our pocket. It wasn't coming from the big corporation that he worked for. So we had to decide, do I go for coffee with my friends or does he go with clients? And 9 times out of 10, we chose him going with his clients. And that was our why, and that's what we chose. My other why was I wanted to be a stay-at-home mom. So that was a big part of why I kept on budget, because I knew if we got into debt, I would have to go back to work. And that was my why was so big and so strong for wanting to be a stay-at-home mom that it was kind of easy for me to not go over budget and not get tempted with the catalogs that come in the mail or going to shops and, being tempted with the dollar section at Target or something like that. But also, my big why was I didn't want to be a frazzled mom. So I never wanted my house to be cluttered. I always wanted to have dinner on the table. And that really kept me focused because I didn't want to be a mom that yelled and it was like havoc all day long. I wanted to be hands-on with my kids and go to the library and go to the park and you name a free thing in our city, I can tell you when it happens because we did it all and we did it without a car. So I ran there, I biked there, I pulled them in the wagon to get there. I did what I had to do to get where I wanted to go. But I didn't want to come home to a house that was a disaster. So that was always my why. So I really encourage you to focus on what you want your life to be and what you want it to look like on a really minute level of like day to day. Like, do you want to wake up and have the coffee already going? Do you want to boil the tea yourself when you wake up and sit down and have it out of a big homemade mug that's like hand thrown by a local potter? Or do you want to drink it out of a china teacup? These are the things that I want you to really, really picture in your mind, and that's going to keep you focused. Do you want to stay home with your kids someday? Do you want to retire with dignity and live where you are comfortable? Or do you want to have a retirement where you can golf every day and really do expensive things every day? It's totally up to you, but that's your why. So what does paper clutter have to do with that? It's just focusing on the life you want. And the more focused and intentional you are with your home, the more you can deliberately create the life that you desire. So when you wake up in the morning, the very first thing with paper is check and see. Did you go to bed last night reading a newspaper? Does that need to get recycled now? Did you read a book? Did you have to use tissues in the night and they're on the floor? Did you cut the tags off of a new outfit and they're just kind of laying around? Just do a quick little sweep. And if you do that every single morning, it takes you literally a minute. It takes me less than 2 minutes to make my bed every day. But that's a clean slate that I do every single day and it looks perfect. We have the routine of picking up our clothing that we took off from pajamas, and we have a routine of taking off our clothes and put it in the hamper or hanging them back up. And if you do a little bit every single day, you're never going to be overwhelmed. When you get the mail, which is a big thing, I would stand physically over the recycling bin or over the shredder. And even if you don't have time to pay the bills right then and there, at least get rid of the stuff right off the bat that you can get rid of, especially if it's catalogs or anything that's going to tempt you. If you've got debt, you're not looking at that catalog. So just put it right into the recycle bin. At least once a week, you should be paying your bills and revisiting your every dollar budgeting app and just making sure that everything reconciles, because it's amazing how quickly you can go over budget with just a morning out and you forget what you even spent money on. You know, I went to a physical therapist the other day and wrote a check. Then I thought, when I went to reconcile, what was that check? And there was a missing number. And how do you forget that you went to a physical therapist and spent an hour with someone? But I did, and I forgot to write the check in, but it was only, that same night. So it was totally fine. But if I had waited a week or so, it's like, wait, why is there a check missing? What did I spend that on, right? So you don't know if you spent $5, if you spent $2,000, who knows, right? So just stay on top of your mail as it comes in, and at least once a week, sit down, pay the bills, reconcile the budget, and make sure everything is up to date. As the kids' work comes in, go through it, decide what you're going to keep. Most things do not need to stay permanently in your home. Decide what will stay permanently in your home, and they have to have a permanent place. My other big tip is don't put it down, put it away. So take the extra 30 seconds with whatever it is. If it's clothing, if it's mail, if it's any other something that came into your home, don't just move things from place to place to place. Figure out a system of not putting it down, putting it away. If you can eliminate the laundry basket altogether and just stand in your laundry room and fold and then take it right up to the drawers, perfect. Because if you put it in the laundry basket, it's going to just travel around your house waiting for the next step. So really, that's my big tip on maintaining, is focus on the house and the life that you want, and then work every day a few minutes to create that life. Have a great day, and I will see you tomorrow.